On begin. We are back at it once again. Once again.
Episode 2. Deuce.
Episode two.
Deuce.
Episode two. I nearly said coding for finance episode 2, but it's uh we're on
Nah.
the same page. Sorry, glad
Gladly.
we're on the same page. Glad we're on the same page.
Gladly. There we
Wake up, boy.
go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So there was still like there's still room to make that quick shout out to everyone who has listened.
Facts.
Just a quick thank you.
Thank you,
Not only
everyone that's
not
listened.
only did they watch, they left comments. That was what like had it for me. I was overwhelmed
And
by this.
liked. And people shared it. People shared it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm honestly, so happy with how this thing has turned out.
Yeah.
And we
And
were
we're
just
growing
talking.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it was a phone call. The thing is, like, Ojo called me, and then he was like, "In 20 minutes, I'm gonna call you, and it's gonna be a podcast." And I was like, "Okay." So I think what I'm excited to see is if we like as we continue with the episodes, is at least one thing has to be better than the last episode.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. I'm glad we're on the same page about that.
Okay,
Literally.
the next thing that we need to make this to take this to the next level is to get a soundboard.
Facts. We need a pew 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 pew.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like Labrador thing was like,
Pew 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 pew
like a,
pew.
yeah.
And like what's that other one? You ain't got the answers, Sway. Like I want a button that says, "You ain't got the answers, Sway. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway."
Yeah, because we stay disagreeing, so that would be useful.
I don't think we disagree that much, hey? Because we're supposed to be. I hate to do this again, but we're supposed to be on the same page. So, pew 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 pew.
Oh my god. So no disagree.
Yo, yeah, we're literally not allowed to disagree.
I think my favorite soundboard was Nicki Minaj. When she did Queen Radio,
Oh
she
yeah,
had she had a soundboard. I can't even remember what sounds was on it, but they were amazing. I just love Nicki.
yo, we have to get one. I don't know how, because I'm a broke boy, and I'll tell you all about that. But I'm a broke boy now. Um,
I'm
but yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get a soundboard. Um,
Eventually,
yeah,
I think all good things come to those
facts.
who wait. You know.
Absolutely. Yo, and when
I
we
hope
get a
you did.
soundboard, it's gonna be the best soundboard. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Wait. So with soundboards, it's gonna be a stupid question, but with soundboards, can you like program your own sounds into the
I'm sure
soundboard?
you
Sort of.
can. You just
Yeah.
get like a microphone. I don't think we'd even need to buy something. I think we could get like some kind of a software, like on your phone even, you
Yeah.
could download
That's
something.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
and use that as a
True.
soundboard. So actually, we could, by next week have a soundboard. We actually could have a soundboard.
We'll set that as the bar.
Facts.
That's our next. That's the next bar, and it's gonna make our podcast a little
Glad
bit
we're on
more
the same
interesting.
page. Episode 3, soundboard. We're gonna demo the soundboard.
Mark your calendars.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So what is on the agenda
What is on the
today?
agenda? Yo, look at my background. Look at my background. Celine,
I
this might be
see.
familiar to you. What is
The
what is this
FOMO.
place? FOMO, hectic.
That's that girl on the mountain. I have UCT FOMO.
Really? Yo.
Yes.
Yo, you've turned off
Like
like half of our
Adam.
listeners. Like half of the people that watch this are like, you miss that
I mean,
place.
I willingly registered myself there for 6 years. So clearly it's a Stockholm syndrome of sorts. That's like,
How many years is
But
that?
for those who don't know, 6 years, dog. When did I start? 2015. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is supposed to be my 6th year, and
Hectic.
I'm still slaving away. So I guess technically,
Wait, isn't this the
um,
7th year? No,
2015,
no, no,
16,
sorry, yeah.
20. Oh shit.
Yeah, this is
21.
seventh. Yeah.
God damn.
How
Oh my
crazy?
god.
Yo.
Wow. I am old. Fuck.
Yo, I wasn't expecting that to be the takeaway, but all right. 7 years though at UCT.
I really like UCT. I won't lie. I really enjoyed my time there.
Yeah.
I did. I did.
Oh
It's
yeah.
where I made friends, such as myself.
Yeah. I'm Celine's friend. Um, yeah, I actually also really enjoyed my time at UCT. Hey, like, I know a lot of people are a bit like, kind of, don't really like
I
it.
think
It had to be
I
done.
think the ups and downs of it are part of the process.
Facts. Yeah, there were
You know?
definitely downs. There were definitely downs.
Yeah. I think that
Um,
that's really that's part of the university process, and it also just shows it also shows that there's always room for improvement.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Spaces and institutions such as this, which is why university movements and students, etc., are very important
Mm,
to follow.
yeah, yeah. And we have to get more access. We have to get increased access for people to universities. That's how we improve the country, improve the continent, improve the world, allow people to improve their own lives. Like it's just, yeah, it's just we just need
Yeah, I
more
mean, if
people
you're
in uni.
spending 7 years of your life at that place or at a certain place, it's like, you know, it needs that improvement.
Facts, that's true. Yeah. And thousands and thousands of rand investment. Yeah.
Oh,
And the effort you put into getting your degree. And the
yeah.
things, as a matter of fact, there's that actually, I mean, that actually leads me nicely into the topic that I wanted to like discuss with you today and get your take and get your advice and everything. Um,
Mhm.
so I'm like, so I've been working right for a year or so, and
Okay.
like I really enjoy what I do. It's like software in the software world, in the data world. Even though I did my undergrad in finance, so I'm really enjoying what I do. But I think, um, I mean, even from the time I was in university, I knew I wanted to do another degree, right? I knew I had to do a master's or some kind of something afterwards. So now, now I'm pursuing that this year. I'm going to do my master's in development finance at
Oh,
at the UCT Graduate
seriously?
School of Business. Pew 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 pew
Oh my
pew.
god!
Pew 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 pew.
Are you serious? Oh my
Yeah,
god!
yeah. So that's this
Congratulations.
year. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay. Is it gonna be like, are you still working whilst doing this, or are you going
yeah,
to?
yeah. So I'm still going to be
Okay,
working while doing it, and that's actually like a thing. Apparently it's very difficult to like work and study.
yeah, but
So
you can do it.
yeah, yeah, I could do anything.
I know you can. Oh my god! Congratulations, friend.
Thank you, thank you.
Shout out.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
really
my
excited. It's gonna be a lot of effort, and like sacrifices and stuff like that. And your graduation isn't guaranteed just because you paid the fees. So there's
oh
still like,
yeah.
yeah, there's still like some stuff. 2 years. It's a
Gotta
2-year
put in
thing.
work.
So there's still like 2 years of pain ahead of me.
2 years.
Um, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, but no, but congrats. Like this is a
Thank
good
you.
thing.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Oh,
yeah,
I got niggas in
yeah.
high places.
Yeah, so that's sorry.
I was saying I got niggas in high places.
The fam, the squad trying to make a way, make moves,
And they've got
do
a great
things.
campus. The GSP has a really cool campus as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna see it, but yeah, it does have a really nice campus.
Oh, is it gonna be like
Um,
virtual?
Completely virtual, yeah. Or
Really?
online. Yeah, they're
Even
trying
like
to
post
sorry.
even post COVID?
I mean, COVID's not over, so
Well, I know, but like y'all got the vaccine and whatnot. We got
who has
shit.
the vaccine? Does South Africa have the vaccine? South Africa doesn't have the vaccine.
Yes. Yes, it
You know,
is. We
no,
just got. I keep saying we. Okay, yeah, we, because I too am a South African. Um, but we just got a shipment.
yes,
I
you
think it
are.
was a billion doses.
A billion.
Yeah,
Really? When do you know when it's coming? Because this is news to
it already
me.
came. It came on Monday. If it's not this week Monday, it must no, it's this week Monday. It landed this week Monday from India.
Okay.
Yeah. The only concerning thing is that if we got the AstraZeneca vaccine, that's only about 60% effective against the 501Y2B, I think. The variant that's currently most prominently in South Africa. It's not the South African variant. So it's only about it's only about 60% effective. But if we got it from another program, then I think the numbers are fairly promising. But I mean, there is a concerted effort to get the vaccine into the country.
Yo, okay. Wait, I have a few follow-up questions, right? So
Hit me.
South Africa just got 1 billion doses last Monday, is what you're saying.
Oh my god, I'm getting my facts wrong. I don't know if it's a billion or if
Should we
the
Google
billion
it?
is the AU. Yeah, I'm already on that.
Oh, there we go. Okay. And
It
then
may have been a million.
let's okay.
Hmm.
And
But I'm
then
wondering because, like, if it's a double dose type of
yeah, I was also
vaccine,
thinking about that.
so if it's a milli, how many people is that going to save?
And
Or
then
at
how
least
long would it take for us to get so-called herd immunity? Cyril Ramaphosa does not want to say herd immunity. Like I remember him doing like a
what
public,
do you mean?
he was like addressing the nation, and he was like, he was trying so hard to communicate like the idea of herd immunity, but he kept not saying, like he kept saying a different thing instead of herd immunity. So I think he called it like group immunity, or you
Oh
know
no,
country immunity or something. And like I kind of get why, but also like
that's my king.
like it's a medical term, I guess. Like people use it,
Okay,
you know.
I think we got a million, a
Oh, that's
million.
yeah. That's not enough to open universities.
No, it's not, but it
Celine,
is.
I can nearly guarantee you, university students and people around that like bracket are going to be the last people to get this thing. The
Listen,
last
I
people to
am
get the vaccine.
personally optimistic. Okay,
Yo, I'm
I
also,
need to. I need to get back to the country, and if I'm pessimist about vaccine rollout,
yeah,
sound
I
like
hear
crazy ass.
you. I hear you.
Um,
Yo, I mean, if we register Glad we're on the same page as a business, then you could be hired by Glad we're on the same page, and then that could help you with
ooh.
your like thing. I don't know. This is not immigration advice, um, dear listeners. This is immigration. But
um,
yeah, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see.
okay. So to double back on the double back point that we
Hmm.
initially backed on, we were talking about how it's virtual, so you can take it.
Yeah, yeah. So university's gonna be virtual. Yo, and I'm even talking about it like it's a done deal. But to an extent, it is a done deal. Yeah. Um, it's just getting the time off at work still is a bit of a hurdle. So we'll see about
Okay.
that. Um, but yeah, like things are in a bit of a transitional sort of stage for me. But yeah, the timetable's crazy. So it's from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Every
every
day.
day
Whoa.
for 2 months.
Wait. So then,
No, not 2 months. What am I
how?
saying? Not 2 months. For 3 weeks. It's for 3 weeks.
I'm not understanding.
What?
So, oh, so there's like a designated 3 weeks where it's just like insanity.
Yeah, it's sorry, it's a block program. So it's not, I'm not going to be studying the whole year. I'm only going to be really
Oh.
intensely studying for 3 weeks at a time, twice a year. So one session's in March and one session's in August.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I feel
during
you.
those,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. So it's
Okay.
like intense, and then afterwards you're like,
Yeah. That sounds
back to
both
whatever.
doable and intense at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. I think like
Because like 3 weeks is a reasonably short amount of time to be like working, but at the same time, it's like you're expected to work your ass off. So it's like,
hacks. And the
yeah.
second block starts with exams. So you like study, and then yeah, and then you and then you submit assignments like every month, and then the next block starts with exams. So like right before the block starts, you have to be like on top of your academics and everything and really understand what's going on, and then go for it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that
It
doesn't.
is crazy.
But you're gonna graduate, and then you're gonna have a master's.
I'm gonna have a master's. Yo, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be
Okay.
dope. I'm gonna have a master's in development finance, which
Join the development squad.
pew pew
Squad.
pew 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 pew.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what we
Okay.
need, right? Like I was literally thinking, like, how can I use my uh I don't want to call it unique skills because a bunch of people study finance, obviously, and work in sort of a techie kind of space. But my thinking
Mm,
was, how do I use the finance I have, right, while learning the technology skills, and then extend that sort of advantage even more to be able to sort of do what I can for the continent, you know?
mm,
Maybe start businesses, investment businesses, things like that.
mm.
So
Well, I'm glad you asked because that is literally that's literally my that's the thing that I've been researching for the last I guess year and a bit.
yes, tell us about your thesis. I've been waiting for you to speak about the thesis. I mean, we're only on
Yeah,
episode 2,
no,
but still.
she ain't even graded yet, so I'm not trying to say too much in case I like fail or something. In case my research was like completely moot. Um,
Hectic.
but yeah, I mean, when I did my thesis, I picked the finance industry particularly because it's the one where you can see a lot of like technology or technological proliferation. Like technology is really visible in that industry. So there are a lot of options and a lot of solutions that are IT based that can come out of leveraging the use of technology into financial services. So I think that's a really dope space to be looking at. Um, an example, I don't know how much I can say. I don't know. Okay, but this is like common knowledge. Time Bank, for instance, is
Okay.
an example of how financial services and finances can leverage the usage of technology for the greater development of the people.
Facts.
Yeah, because they are using cloud computing, they are using machine learning, artificial intelligence. They are literally within biometrics in banking, for instance, which is revolutionary because you don't need an ID to sign up with a
Mm,
Time Bank account. You need
mm,
is a fingerprint or a phone
yeah,
number, which increases access significantly,
100%.
especially for the Southern African region, into financial services. And yeah, so I think, yeah, I mean, even if you're talking about things like investment banking, that's like even upper, like that's upping the levels from just like regular banking.
Mm.
There's hella opportunity.
There's so much. And I mean, just to give like another example, a very real example to me, in like setting up an online business, payments online is a huge issue. And I like, frankly, South African, so far, South African online payments companies are not well suited for small businesses. I think the fees they take are way too high. It's pretty difficult to set up, except for Ozo. I think it's called Ozo. But even Ozo is quite really, it's not super expensive, but when you're starting out and have very limited budget, it is prohibitively expensive.
Yeah.
Um, there's a nice company, funny enough, coming out of Nigeria that just got acquired by Paystack. It just got acquired by Stripe. The company's called Paystack.
Yeah, I read about
Yeah.
that. I read
And
about that.
it's such a good thing. Like, it's so easy to set up. Um, the fee is like very, very low.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing, you know. And they just expanded out of Nigeria, and now you can use their service in South Africa. I think they had to like
Dope.
get certain documents and stuff
Yeah.
sorted out with like regulators and stuff, but now they're good to go, and businesses all over the country. Okay, I don't want to say that, but people that know about it are using
No,
it.
you must hype them all over the country.
Facts,
Like,
honestly.
yeah, no, I did read about that, and I think the thing about being in an innovation space, like technologically in Africa, you have to be very, because we have different problems compared to the rest of the world. So our when we innovate, we have to be super creative. We have to be super like
Mm,
specific to the context in which we're trying to service, which always makes for like really cool products, in my opinion. Like
mm,
a basic one is M-Pesa, for instance, which doesn't seem like it would be very utile or useful elsewhere in the world, but is like super useful in Kenya. But
mm,
it's also
mm,
just a very like creative and innovative way.
yeah,
So there's a creativity that has to also be fostered along with the technological
absolutely,
innovation skills,
absolutely.
which we
But you,
have
yeah,
because we are
exactly. I was
creative
about to say, like,
people.
I think creativity and like determination are not the things that we lack at all, at all.
Definitely not.
Like, I think the
Definitely
stuff
not.
we lack is like electricity and um, I don't
Internet,
know,
data. Data is
internet, access to the
too
internet.
expensive.
Um,
Yeah.
and if you start talking about electricity, there's so many technologies that are built on top of electricity. So if you don't have
Yeah.
electricity, it's hard to
Yeah.
start thinking about, oh, I want to set up like a machine learning thing that's going to run for like this long
Mm.
period of time that needs uninterrupted electricity. Because ESCOM, or if you're in Nigeria, uh, NEPA, I mean, it's not called NEPA anymore, but NEPA will take your power so quickly. And now, now your machine learning
Yeah.
algorithm, I mean,
That's
a
all
machine learning algorithm is probably the last thing on your mind if you don't have electricity. Now you need to start figuring out,
exactly.
okay, how do we,
Exactly.
how do I study for my exams? How do I, do this or do that? And it's like, yeah, so it's
And
just,
it's not even like yeah, it goes from things as basic as that to things like when I did my interviews, people were talking about how even if they wanted to set up servers like locally that allow for cloud
yeah,
computing to happen in SA, ESCOM go like will go and take the power, and then all of a sudden the server's down. So
yeah,
actually, like right now, things are housed abroad or like on international servers, which is like we also want to host our own things.
mm. And I mean, even if you say, okay, you're going to set up like a generator or like solar panels or whatever, that just increases
Terrible.
the cost of whatever you're doing. And now it's
Yeah,
it's just it's a mess. It's
it is.
a lot.
It is.
It's a lot.
But after you get your master's degree, you're gonna solve all of those problems,
All of those
obviously.
problems. I'm
First
gonna
on
just
your
go
agenda.
down the list: electricity, water, machine learning, and artificial intelligence.
Check that.
Just ticking stuff off. All the internet businesses, check. Um,
Okay,
yeah.
but that's cool. Yeah, I like the vision. I like the vision.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, so yeah, I mean, how's the job search, and how's like, I mean, I know you're still finishing off finishing off your thesis, but like I know you have a sense of like what you want to do.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so how's that going?
Um. Hmm. I I think I'm towards the end stages of my thesis now. Like in terms of it being all written up, it is. So I'm just waiting for like a go ahead from my supervisor or any further edits that I need to do. And so that enables me to start looking for jobs a lot more because I don't know, I found that when I didn't have like an actual end in sight, like when I didn't have the degree or something, it was a bit harder for companies to take me on because they're like, we don't know when you're gonna finish. Um, so yeah, so I've really started my search now, and I'm finding that in terms of because like the difference about being a social scientist like I am is that you're not an engineer or a doctor or a what's another like profession in this world that you can just like hop into right after you get your degree.
Oh yeah, I
So
get
with social
yeah.
sciences, it's like you kind of have to forge your own career based off of your interests, um, or what's available to you. So that's what I'm trying to do right now is to like see what are my interests, what are the different paths that I can take. Um, of course, tech. I enjoy talking about technologies, but particularly applied technology. So there's opportunities in research for that. There's opportunities in mostly research in academia, I guess. Um, or I could go way across the board and move into like migration and labor, which is another one of my interests.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
yeah. So
Wow.
basically, I
Actually,
just
hectic. And now with the free trade agreement, that's like,
yeah.
and you
So
know,
that's
there's
that's
the thing about free movement in labor. That's going to be lit.
so yeah, that's sort of the stage where I'm at, is like where I'm trying to see which one of those interests I'm gonna carry with for the rest of my, well, I guess for the oncoming years in my career.
Yeah, I was about to
And
say, like,
not the rest of my
it's not
life,
like you do something and then it's just like you're just not allowed to do anything
stuck
else
there. No,
anymore.
no, 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 not the rest. But yeah, that's where
Okay.
I'm at. Because yeah, I mean, I could even move into gender, but I didn't do that many like gender related courses. I did law. Bad days. Bad. I
Oh,
don't know why I did that to myself. Um,
no.
but that's another option. I mean, I'm legally literate.
Mm.
Yeah, legally blind.
Did you say you're
So
legally what? Literate?
it's a meme. Yeah, I'm legally literate. Like I know how to read the law.
Oh, is that what that means? I was like, I thought it meant like legally you're a literate person. I was like, okay.
No.
I mean, that's a good
Okay,
start. That's
I like this too, right? Okay, that fixed it.
oh
Um, yeah. So I don't know. It's a lot of options to me right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
The next deciding factor would be what's like access or availability. Like even if I have those interests, can I get the job?
You
So
absolutely can. You just need to
I'm just
push.
sending my CV. You get a CV.
Don't
You get a CV. You get a CV.
oh, facts. I hear you. That's I
That's
mean
what
that's the
I'm doing right
strategy.
now. Yeah.
I mean that's one strategy, you know.
Wild fact. I've applied to around 30 companies
30.
since 30 companies since about June. I think I started in June of last year.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good clip. It's a good pace of apply.
Yeah, I'm trying to ramp it up. I want to apply to like, I don't know, 10 a week or something like that. Cause
Hectic.
yeah.
That's 40 a
I don't
month.
know. Yeah. Okay, maybe not 10 a week.
No, I
Maybe
mean I'm
5.
not saying you can't do it, but like that is I think if you do that
Okay, but at the same time,
you'll
it's like, yeah, after I submit my thesis, I'm really not
yeah.
gonna have much else
That's
to do
yeah.
besides like serve
Yeah.
my
Like
CV.
if
I
you do
think
that,
one thing,
you'll definitely find something
mm,
quick, I think.
yeah,
Mm.
I think one thing that I'm like at the point where I'm like dealing with right now is understanding the applicant tracking system,
Oh yeah.
which I think is a fraud and should be illegal personally.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
So it's AI. I know I should like I know I should appreciate all things like artificial intelligence one, but basically what it is a system that like recognizes keywords for a particular job or
Okay.
in your CV and like
And then if
basically
those
you
words
get
aren't there, then you out.
yeah. I mean it makes them easier for it makes it easier for human resources and stuff to sift through
Yeah.
CVs because if they're receiving like thousands of CVs, they
Mm.
want to look at specific keywords to see if you're mentioning them. But I still feel like it's somehow discriminatory. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't think it's the best system.
Okay. Well, I guess it works to an extent because like if you don't mention these words, then it's like you probably aren't what they're looking for to a certain extent. Like if you or for
Yeah,
that
that's the
particular
logic
role.
behind it. But it's also like, what if I do mention those words but differently? You know what I mean?
But what?
But differently. Like,
Facts though. I guess yeah, that's that yeah. I guess they it's on them to make sure that the AI that they have for that is like a good one that'll actually pick up all the stuff. Um but I mean we've seen
and
with
also like I
chatbots,
don't know, like what if they have keywords that are meant to like mix
hectic.
out
Yeah.
CV. Like for example, my damnation right now is the fucking fact that I'm international. Especially if I'm trying to
Oh.
work in South Africa. So I don't know, like what if they have thing that says must be South African citizen. It's like,
Mm,
well, not really, but I can do the work.
I hear you. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that is tough. And yeah, I mean, you probably know more about this than I do, but I know like it is kind of difficult to hire non-South Africans. Um, just there's like paperwork
yeah,
and there's like um
but the thing is, it's really not that much paperwork.
really,
I don't think it is. Maybe because I'm on the receiving end.
I've heard it's
um,
like I mean just to be like, you
so
know,
basically, there are several ways that you can work in South Africa, but the most clear cut one is that you have to get a work permit. And there are several ways to get a work permit. It's either if you have a PhD, which I
instant work
think,
permit.
yeah, if you have a PhD, I think especially from a South African university, you get a
Oh
work
wow.
permit. If you have a PhD from abroad, but it's in one of the critical skills, you get a work permit. So you can legally do that. The other way is that if a company really likes you and they found that there is no one else in the entire country, South African citizen, who can do that job, then they have to vouch for you, which is where the paperwork sort of like comes in, I guess.
Mm.
So you have to have, yeah, they basically have to say like, no, she
That
is
seems
the only
really
person.
difficult to prove though. Like
Exactly.
how do you do that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I guess it's not impossible because there are people who work
Yeah. I know
in South Africa.
a few people actually who
And I don't know, I feel like sometimes there's a bit of a discrimination that happens because, like, a lot of European people, American people work very easily
really like get jobs
in
in
South Africa. Yeah, but I
hectic.
didn't say that. I did not say that.
But I guess like I mean pretending South Africa isn't, you know, at times a bit
The X
biased
word.
against certain people is a bit stupid to yeah to try and pretend that that's not the case is you're not helping yourself.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. No, I mean that's something that definitely has to be addressed.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like I remember, I attended a webinar for a company that I regularly get job alerts for because I would like to work with them eventually.
Okay.
But I don't know. I had to like double take because at the webinar it was an all white team. Um, and I think most of them were foreign as well, like European, German, well, German as part of European, but they were all from up there.
Mm,
And so people who had attended this webinar, excuse me, of course myself and a couple other people, both from South Africa, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, and they asked the question to the panel, and they were like, "Well, if we want to work with you guys, do you guys sponsor a visa?" And they said no. So they were like, "No, we unfortunately don't sponsor visas for African foreign nationals." But I'm like, looking at the team, I'm like, "You're all not South African.
yeah.
So how did you get the job if this company doesn't sponsor visas?" Do you know what I mean? So like it's
Yeah.
just things like that that make you wonder. It makes you go,
Mm, mm. Yeah, it is.
hmm.
It is. And this is a South African business.
It's a nonprofit organization, which makes it worse. It's an American NPO.
Oh, it's an American NPO. I actually remember. I think you told me about it.
Yeah, I did a rant about it. I
Yeah,
was so upset. I was so
yeah,
upset that
that's
day because
crazy.
I did not make any sense. Because I mean, not even taking it like looking at it from the fact that they don't sponsor for an African nationals with visas, but looking at the type of work that they do. If
Mm,
you're concerning yourself with development work, and
mm,
this largely, for the most part, includes Black and colored people, why are you also shutting out Black and colored people who may not be South African but are contextually aware of the situations that
yeah.
Black people face? I've been in South Africa for like pretty much the better half of my life.
Mm,
So I don't know. There was just that sort of like tension where I'm like, you're doing development work on a 2-year missions visa, or I don't know.
mm. Yeah. Yeah, hey.
The world is evil.
It's very
Evil
backwards.
con.
Very
It
backwards.
is. That's when I realized just how like ridiculous this world is. I think I've had a lot more of those aha moments, which kind of like instead of make me want to like work or change the system, just like, yo, what if I just started a bar?
Started a.
A bar.
I mean, that's
I
not a
think I
bad
would.
idea. That's a fun
I
way
don't
to
think
make
it is.
money, I think. Like you get to chat
Yeah, and
to
I think I'd
people
be good at it
and
too.
people. Yeah.
I think I'd
Mm.
be good at it. I'd like to have the bar that's like dark and in a corner, and no one really goes there, but they know that like the owner's dope.
No one goes there. Yo, Celine, you wouldn't have a business if no one goes to your bar. You want everyone.
No, but that's the thing. That's part of the mystery. I need people to walk into my bar and be like, "Yo, how is this place still running?" And I'm just like,
I'm dead.
"Shots of the house." I
Yo,
think,
yeah, I hear you.
yeah, because I like empty bars because you get to like talk with a
Mm,
lot more interesting people. I
facts,
guess.
facts, facts. Yeah, I guess so. Yesterday I went to a cafe. I was very careful, socially distanced, had a mask on the
Should wear
whole
a mask.
all of
Okay.
that. Okay, no, I didn't. I wouldn't say I had a mask on the whole time. When I was seated at the table, I took it off to obviously sip my tea and eat my food and stuff. But other than that, like I had a mask on. And
Okay.
this place, I mean, it's quite big, right? But I'll say it's called Afro Boer in Pretoria. And it was
Okay.
quite like uh big, right? But the prices of the food and stuff were very low. So I guess they're making money on volume if they're making any money at all. But the prices were so low, and I was just like looking around, and I saw like pieces of like the ceiling were like coming off, and there was like just it wasn't
Oh.
super well maintained. Um, but other than that, like the food was pretty good. I'll give them that, and the people that worked there seemed they were really nice. I would say they're really nice. But
Okay.
I mean, I think there's something to be said about increasing your prices. Like, people like if you have good service, people are willing to pay for it. I think so.
That's true.
And if you want to continue having good service, you have to charge people properly to be able to maintain your good service. So
Was it not like a vibe thing? Like you know how like some places are intentionally run down for like the vibe check.
I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that. I think they're trying to. I think they were trying to be very posh and, or not very posh, but like decently. And they were. I mean, they are killing the game. You should see they have so many awards. Um,
Oh, wait,
yeah,
they're cafe.
they have a bunch of awards, but just
There are
this year,
awards for cafes,
yeah. I mean, like restaurants awards. Like
like the Michelin star. That's
no,
the only
no,
one
no.
that I
Like
know.
I don't know. Like Eat Out.
Oh, you mean like TripAdvisor and them?
TripAdvisor, yeah, those kinds
Okay,
of
okay, okay,
things. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
But
I
I
get
mean,
it.
to be
I
fair,
get it. I
Michelin
get it.
star Michelin stars started out at like as like exactly that. Like it's literally, Michelin, the tire company. That's
Yeah, I read about
the
that.
Michelin
I did read about
stars.
that.
Like they're trying to sell more like guides or maps or whatever, and then they started rating restaurants, and from there, restaurants just became
Oh,
obsessed over those ratings. So now I think like like TripAdvisor and Eat
are trying to
Out
like
and
get
all
on
these
that
things
level.
are trying to become the new Michelin star. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think
'Cause,
they
I mean, it's
can.
good for your business if you get one of those things.
Mm,
Get highly rated.
definitely, definitely.
You get a
I feel
bunch.
like I'm light bright, very light and bright right now because
Mm.
my lighting game is very strong.
Can you turn it
A
like?
little
Can you
too,
face it up, like not
a
directly at
little
your
too
face,
strong.
and then it will be a bit more, slightly more natural. I mean, you don't have to put it higher than you, but just face it so it's not directly facing you, just facing.
I'm gonna face it. No, that's still like very light and bright. Lighting check. Okay, I'm gonna, I'm gonna put it like this. There we go. There we go.
Okay, yeah, that's actually not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Look at us, you know,
Potting.
Potting, quality
Two peas
lights.
in a pod. Two peas. Two peas in a pod.
Yo, you know what I want to get? I want to get a camera and to get like another angle, something like
That's
H.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, like I know uh Kano, I don't know if you know, he's like this British rapper. Um I don't really like his music, but whatever. He's a British rapper who he like interviews other celebrities, mostly British celebrities. And
Okay.
his setup is so nice. Like he has obviously has a Zoom call going, whatever. He has his microphone, but then he also has like another camera that's recording in like really high quality. And then the um like when the way he's edited it, he like shifts between like the Zoom call and the camera, and it gives you like another angle, and it's just it's pretty dope. I think it's pretty cool.
That is cool. You know what I was thinking? I don't know if we can do this, but like, when you upload the videos to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And how the background is black, like the background between you and me is black.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Can we not change that? Is that like
Yo,
not
so you know what's I'm like you'll see now. I mean, you should have seen it in the. Did you watch the video, the test video?
Oh no, I didn't. Not
Oh,
the test
okay.
video.
Yeah, but so I watched it, right? And the way it's going to be now is when I'm speaking, I'm going to take up the whole screen, and when you're speaking, you're going to take up the whole screen. So that those black bars shouldn't be there anymore.
But I didn't like that. I like the two. I like the two-way thing.
What to have both of us on the screen at the same time?
Yeah.
Uh, so what do you want to do about the black bars?
I don't know. I'll have to do some research on like video editing software to see if we can fix that.
All right. I actually
Like
like.
I said, one thing. Oh, you like the black bars? Oh, what if we put
Oh,
like
no, not the black bars. I prefer it like when one of us is speaking. Yeah, the black bars are ugly. I agree with
Oh,
that 100%. But when one of us is speaking, we show up, and then if the other person speaks, then it like switches. I prefer that. I think that's
I think
cooler.
the problem with that is the feedback. So if I'm going like, oh yeah, or if you're going like, then it's gonna like it
Okay.
might be a bit messy.
Okay.
But like we can check with the peeps who listen to see what they prefer.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, we can literally just crowdsource all our ideas. Guys, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer it when we like have the video side to side? We can do something about the black bars though. Say we do the side to side one, right? What do we do about
We
the
can
black?
put the name of the podcast on the black parts. So it's like glad you.
The
Oh, glad we're on the
pew
same
pew
page.
pew 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 100%.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Glad
I almost said,
we're
I
on
almost said
the
glad
same
you
page.
came.
Pardon?
I almost said glad you came because that's the only other thing that pops up on the search bar when you write glad.
Oh.
It's the song by The Wanted. I don't know why I know that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that band.
You don't know The Wanted?
Zero. Zero. I only listen to hip hop. Hip hop. And not even I don't even listen to hip hop that I don't listen to new hip hop anymore, which is kind of bad. Like I can feel myself getting older, you know?
What What is new hip hop to you?
That's a good question. Like, what is new hip hop? New Lil Uzi Vert,
Is it like anyone? Okay,
I would consider
but
Lil
I don't know.
new.
I don't listen to Lil Uzi, but I just find him very endearing.
Okay.
He's just very endearing. Like
Yeah.
he's got a little diamond. He's got a little diamond on his
I
forehead.
cost him 22 million. Yo, I saw the funniest meme. Yeah, his little dance. I actually like that stuff. I saw this meme that was like, yo, now that Lil Uzi's got the diamond on his head, African parents are gonna start going crazy about, oh, the Antichrist has returned, or the Antichrist is on earth, like all this stuff.
Oh shit. Okay. Do you ever feel like they don't know as much as they used to, like in terms of African parents? Like they're a little bit more removed from the
Wait,
pop
what?
culture.
What? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
No, I was asking because I mean I don't think they're gonna find out that Lil Uzi has a diamond on his forehead.
Some
I don't
will.
think they're gonna find out.
Some will. I mean, I've already seen like a. Yo, wait, let's see if I can pull this up.
I feel like people don't Like it's just not in the. I don't know. I just feel like it's not circulating as much. Like back in 2006, shit was real. They used to tell me that Rihanna was in the Illuminati, and like it just used to circulate a lot
Oh yeah, yeah, I
faster.
remember that. I remember that. Yeah, Rihanna and Jay-Z and
Yeah,
yeah, um
and Beyonce, she
Beyonce.
had to address the haters.
Yo, there's so many memes about Lil Uzi with this diamond. Oh my god.
Craziest thing I found out yesterday though was that Lil Uzi, I think, is dating JT from the City Girls. That was crazy. I did not expect that.
Oh, hectic. See, I don't know who JT is. I've heard of the City Girls, but I don't know who JT is. Like, I'm just, yeah. I'm not with it anymore, I don't think.
Grandpa,
Hectic. Uh
oldie.
uh oh my god. I'm looking for this thing about like when maybe it's probably on Instagram. Okay, let's see if I can get it on Instagram.
What are you looking for?
Lil Uzi Vert with the diamond
The
in his.
meme.
Yep. I'm sure I sent it some. Yes, I did. Okay.
What did I read? There's so many memes about it. There's so
Yo, I
many.
got it.
Oh
Okay.
shit. I know I read a tweet about it. That was kind of funny.
Okay. Yo, I'm gonna share my screen so you can see this thing. Oh
Ooh.
my god. It killed me. Okay. So tell me when you can see it. What's that aunties of stars?
Oh my gosh.
The end of the world is here. Parents and guardians, call your children home and abroad to start giving their life to God. The long awaited Antichrist, 666, has arrived in some parts of America. It is likely to spread his Illuminati agents across Africa. They have an eye on their forehead. Share to your family members and group. End of the world is here. Can you imagine? How crazy?
Wow.
How crazy?
Wow. My thing is like, I know it's not an auntie who's sitting there and typing this. I know it's some troll, right?
Yeah,
They're
100% is
trolls
true. Yeah.
that begin, and I'm like, what do you gain? Why do you do this? I
Yo,
don't understand.
I feel like
Like,
they just like, I mean, I don't know. It's funny. I guess it's funny. People like trolling.
it comes at our expense. Now I can't play Lil Uzi at home because my read from Auntie Flo that that he's the Illuminati.
And
Like,
the thing is, they're gonna
no,
like the funniest thing is that thing was made as a joke. Someone's auntie is gonna find that and
it's
start
gonna
sharing
believe it.
and be like, "Oh, yo, Lil Uzi Vert is a demon."
Oh, I'm just trying to find the one that I read
But I
today.
guess good for him. Like people are talking about it.
Oh, okay. So you know who Lord is, right? Like
Hmm.
the singer.
Hmm.
And you know how her song starts, I've never seen a diamond in the flesh. And then the comment was Lil Uzi Vert because he's got a diamond in the flesh. I thought that was hilarious. I was very
That's
excited to
so
read
funny. Oh my god.
that. But what I was gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say about like I personally, I don't think. Okay, I'm not necessarily into like new hip hop exactly, but I would say that I'm still very much into like the hip hop music, I guess. In terms of new hip hop, I've listened particularly to like female hip hop. Like I'm still with the movement right now. Um, and that's why I'm trying to like. It's not something big, but it's just like this thing called Bitcoin. It's a Spotify playlist basically that
Oh,
I started
oh, that's
that I've
okay.
been collecting
That's
called Bitcoin.
that's dope.
And yeah, I want to like make it bigger into a space where we can talk about female hip hop and analyze it the same way that male hip hop has been analyzed thus far.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
man.
should hop on, and then I can show you who JT is.
I mean, I don't have Spotify, but I'll get it and definitely
What are you listening to? Where are you listening to
on
music
Apple Music.
on?
Which
Okay.
honestly, Spotify is a way better product than Apple Music. Like I feel like
Yeah.
yeah, we just need to accept that.
My favorite streaming platform is Tidal though.
Why? Is it good?
Couple
I mean,
reasons.
I've never used
I
it.
enjoy, I really like the algorithm. Like I feel like if you put in one song on Tidal and you're just like doing chores and housework or whatever, they're gonna hit you with beats. Like it's gonna be really like a really good follow up, I guess,
Okay.
list of music that comes after that. Spotify isn't. I don't know. I just maybe it's like all in my head, but I just really do prefer listening to music on Tidal, especially if it's just like a free shuffle, because I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to listen to right now.
I hear you. And I feel like Apple's is the worst of the three. And I think Spotify's is probably a bit better. But I don't know. I've just heard that.
Spotify is popular. Spotify is used by everybody and their mama. So
Yeah, and I mean on top of that, they also have um I feel like the reason why it is so widely used is because of their playlists. You know? Just because
mm.
like the Apple
And
playlist,
they
like
do that cool little like end of the year thing, when they like run down
yeah,
all
and
the
you can
shit
like share that
who
on your
you've been listening to.
Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to the black woman who created that. Love
Really?
her. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she had the idea. She's cute.
Yeah, drop her Instagram or like, do you know her
I don't
name?
know.
Does she work
I
at
don't know. It's just
or
I think she was an intern.
she
She
was
was
an
an intern
intern?
when she came up with the idea too. Like Spotify always did the end of the year run up things, but they didn't have it in story format and like had all the
Oh, okay.
different things.
And
So
to
she
make it
was like, "Yo,
shareable.
what if we make it like this?" Which is awesome because like now people can have their wrap ups
That's crazy.
and
Yeah.
digest them in a really cool and interesting way.
Oh wait. Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like
okay.
the only thing about it though is like now that it's like January and I know that at the end of the year I'm gonna want to share my Spotify wrap up. I'm like a little bit more cautious about the music that I listen to now because I want to look cool.
What? Just be yourself and share like your stuff. I don't know. I feel like
No, that sounds
what
great
do you
until you're like, what if
what
I'm listening to like Taylor Swift? Because I
oh, who
just be
cares? Yo, I feel like if I did like a wrap up, it would mostly be like this one random singer that no one's ever heard of.
yeah, I have one of those. I have one of those in my
What's their
that
name?
we should hype them. Who's your random?
J. Paul. He's like this
Okay,
British
I think you
singer, producer, rapper person.
is
His
it the
story
one
is
who went
actually crazy.
MIA? Yes, I remember you did tell me
Yeah,
about this.
yeah, that
Yeah.
whole thing. So he he like dropped like two songs. One of them got sampled by Drake and Beyonce on separate occasions.
Oh
And people were
wow,
just
which
like,
one?
"Yo, who is this guy?"
Where are the samples?
I don't know what songs Drake and Beyonce made, but the song that was sampled was um uh it's called BTSTU, right? Um yeah, so they sampled that and then that got shared. Obviously, like a bunch of people listen to Drake and Beyonce, so they're like, "Oh snap, who's this guy?" So they found J. Paul, and people started listening to his music, right? And then they were like, "Yo, but there's like two songs out. Like, we need way more than this." So people started like digging and finding music that he was recording for an album, and then they low key just stole this music. I mean, high key, they literally stole this music and published it as
Yeah.
like a yeah, published it I think on MySpace. And like weirdly enough, they were charging people to listen to music that they stole. So I guess capitalism gone capitalize or whatever. Uh and yeah, so like that whole thing happened. So he was like, what is happening? So he literally quit music for like 10 years or something. And then
Is it black?
last yeah, and then like last year or 2 years ago, he re-released that collection of songs. He formally released it on like Spotify and Apple Music and everything. Um, yeah.
I hope he gets his
And
money.
crazy enough, right? So at the time he was signed to a record deal with the same record label that had Adele, and I think they had I don't know who else was on there. I don't want to lie and say Frank Ocean, but I think Frank Ocean might have been there. But definitely
Wow.
Adele was on. I think it was XL Recordings. I think Adele was on there, and then they also had J Paul. So it was like, yo, we just got Adele. Ah, well, who's J Paul? Let's focus on Adele. I think, and I think so. He was like, oh, this is
Oh,
great.
shady.
Yeah, yeah. So Mans was like, so there's like this conspiracy theory that like he's released this music, that he actually released the album himself.
Himself. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Oh.
he like leaked it
Mhm.
himself. So
Oh.
yeah. Anyway, but the music's good. Check it out. It's very like um
Yeah, I think you have played it
I,
before for us,
yeah,
and I enjoyed it last time.
yeah.
But I will actually like actively look it up. Mine is this guy called Dave,
Dave B.
and yeah, it's like R&B hip hop type of thing. I just find him very talented. Love his voice, love his music, love his style. I am the biggest groupie like ever, and he's not that like big. So if I were to tag him on Instagram or Twitter or all that shit, he always notices. Like he's always like responding to everything that I that I share, which is great. But like now I'm starting to seem a little creepy and stalkerish because like I'm constantly like, yo, this is such a good song. But he's yeah, Dave B, and he's working in the Dreamville space, I guess. Like he works with Sango and Jay Prince, that type of that type of vibe. He's really talented. Oh, he did a song with Macklemore. I forgot the name of the song, but it was a really cool song, really cool video. It's very much like throwback aesthetics, like throwback kind of vibes, but in the now, which I really, really like.
That is dope. That's dope. Dave B. Yeah, might
Mm,
I might check it out. I mean, I
you
will
should.
check it. Actually, will definitely check it out. Yo, I'm
Yeah.
so
So
tired
he's
today.
tired.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not that tired. I'm a little tired. I feel like you're not supposed to say that on podcasts, but I'm a little tired. So I went to gym for the first time in like
Oh,
basically a year today. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm just
oh. So
like I
you're
took an
tired.
yeah, before this call, I literally took a nap. And even now I'm just like
I
your
was
brain
really tired
is
yesterday, actually.
exhausted. Really?
Yeah, because I've been pulling a lot of like all nighters to do my work and stuff.
Oh yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
School
Yeah,
done.
and then the other thing is like I live with a 6 year old. Like I have a 6 year old roommate. So she constantly like comes up she constantly
Yo,
comes up to my
it
room
sounds like you have a kid.
at
The
like
way you said
I have children.
that.
Please, like
Multiple
when
children.
they talk about single mothers, I'm in the conversation. Like I literally have children.
Um,
But she'll like barge into my room at like 7, 8 in the morning because I don't know why little kids wake up that early to begin with. But that's when she's waking up and she'll come up to my room, she'll open the curtains and be like, wake up! It's a bright sunny day. And I'm like, go away. Leave. Um,
That's hilarious.
so yeah, so that's not a good combination where I'm like sleeping late at night and then getting woken up
Yeah.
at like 7, 8 in the morning. So
Me too.
I eventually had my crash yesterday. I was supposed to work at like 8ish. I could feel that it wasn't gonna happen. I was just like, no, that's not the fun part of living with a 6 year old, or I guess little kids. But she's really funny though. So I told this story to a few people last week. But so my mom bought cupcakes in the morning one day, and I was still asleep when mom brought the cupcakes. And Kiva, obviously there was one for Kiva, one for myself, one for people in the house. So my little sister brings up the cupcakes to my room, and she sees I wasn't asleep, but I knew she was coming to wake me up. So I like pretended to be asleep because I was just like, no, I'm not dealing. I'm not dealing with this tonight. So this little girl went and ate the frosting off of my cupcake.
Wow.
She noticed that I was asleep, so she literally like stood there and ate the frosting And then she placed the cupcake on my like bedside table. And as she's walking out, she goes, "Sweet dreams are made of this." And I'm just like, wow. So I woke up. I didn't know that, like, this is what she had done. But when I woke up and I saw that the frosting was gone, I was like, okay, sweet dreams indeed. This is like a double.
Oh my god. Yo, I feel like
But
little children are just so like annoying, but also like really fun and pure and like
yeah,
whole. They're just like
yeah, it's very wholesome. I think something that I've learned is that I'm not having children anytime soon. Therefore, love
Fact.
them though. Like I want one of my friends to have children.
Yeah, like if
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I want to be that aunt. You can drop them with me and then come fetch them at the end of the night.
100%, 100%. I'm 100% with that. Like, just like yeah, I'll like come to like their birthday parties and stuff. Like, like I'll come to like a friend's kid's birthday party and just like hang out with
I'll
them and
give
like
them their first sip of wine. Standard auntie stuff.
yeah, fact.
Okay, but given that you are tired, should we start wrapping up?
Oh, facts. Okay, yeah. Uh, how do
Is there
we? I
anything
don't know.
else
How do
that you
we
wanted
end? How do
to
we end the podcast? Like,
talk about? Nothing else? All good from your side?
no, no, no.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well,
Yo, yeah. You know what we should do? Okay, maybe we could talk about this like off the air. Actually,
okay,
round up the podcast and then have a chat about the podcast.
okay, okay,
Uh,
okay. Business meeting.
Business meeting, yes.
Okay.
Um,
So to wrap it off, I guess shout out to everyone who is listening and is tuning in. We
thank
really
you,
do appreciate you
everyone.
guys for yeah. Oh, I remember there was something that I wanted to say, and I think this is a good way to sort of like end the podcast. So I read an article from Eyewitness News that said that the last quarter or like the last year has seen the most podcasts being started ever.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
And yeah, my reaction to that was like, fuck, I'm just gonna turn off all of mine. I don't want to do this anymore. Um, but I guess we're gonna keep it going. Not I mean there are a lot of podcasts out there.
Yeah, they are.
Which is cool because it's cool to see how creativity manifests in circumstances of despondency. When we were all in lockdown, sad and alone. Well, some of us were sad and alone. I wasn't. Um, but that's when we were at our most creative and when we started projects like this. So this is cool. It's our cool little, I guess, lockdown or COVID memento, given that neither of us have had COVID yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
so nice to like start this podcast. And I feel like we both actually have separate podcasts from this one. Do you maybe want to plug your podcast?
I can. So mine is called Pop and Beans. Pop is in BAP. And then and Beans, which is a storytelling platform where I pretty much just tell stories and think out loud, I guess, theorize about certain things that are prominent in my young adult life. I don't know if I can claim young adulthood anymore. Um, but yeah,
You
so
can, like
am I? I don't know. I feel like I'm proper like an adult now. But yeah, so do check it out. It's on Spotify. It's also on Instagram as Pop and Beans the podcast, where I just discuss things that are prominent in the life of a young 24-year-old woman. And yours?
yeah. So I love how like the podcast ends with us plugging other podcasts.
Because that's how it's like. It's the beginning of a network. Listen, I am coming for Joe Budden's life. That's my
Joe
that's
Budden
my
and
10-year
Joe
plan.
Rogan, both Joes, both
Yes,
Joes.
and Charlemagne. Like I am
Yeah, Yeah,
I'm coming for the podcast space.
let's go.
That's my plan.
So
In like 10 years.
yeah, and I feel like you're the perfect person to do it actually. So genuinely, so mine, so my podcast is Ojo's Dojo. Yeah, I try and like go deep on certain topics and stuff like that. The last, the first season, I was just trying to figure out what it is, how it works, like how do you make a podcast, what do people care about, stuff like that. But this one, this season's more, way more structured, and it's taking way more time to like research everything and organize it properly. So yeah, so season two is in the works. It's mostly about the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, but it's also just about, more generally, about like economic development and um, the story of Africa, if you want to see it like that. That's yeah. So that's going to be season two. I'm working on it very hard. When I am working on it, and when I'm not working on it, which is most of the time, I'm not working on it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that should be, yeah. But currently, I mean, season one's available wherever you listen to podcasts. So your Spotify's, your Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all of those places. You can check it out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So that is it. Thank you for joining us
Sick.
today.
Thanks
Shout out.
everybody.
Shout
Shout
out. Shout out. Shout
out. Shout out.
out.
Yo.
Bye.
Bye.